Welcome everyone to the Talk of Champions live stream on BamaInsider.com. On YouTube, it's Kyle Henderson coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Thanks for joining us tonight. We got a great show. We're going to play some Nick Saban. We're going to pipe in some graphics from Pro Football Focus. It's going to be an action-packed show. And in just a few minutes, I'm going to open up the lines. I know I've received some good feedback regarding the call-ins, and I know you guys want the audio kind of muted out at different times. So I'm going to work on that, continue to work to provide a great service for you guys. So in just a few minutes, we'll open up the lines on 205-686-3604. You guys can call in. We can talk some Alabama football just days away from Alabama's second game of the season as Alabama, ranked #1 in the country in both the AP and coaches poll, takes on Arkansas State. Arkansas State's their passing attack is pretty nice, and we'll talk about them in just a little bit. I think a proper way to open up the show is to play Nick Saban's press conference, just a couple snippets of it, heading into this Arkansas State game. Here is Nick Saban talking about their matchup coming up with Arkansas State. Let me line that up for you guys.
Level. We're obviously looking forward to the home opener Saturday to play in Bryant-Denny Stadium in front of our fans. The spirit here has always been great. The atmosphere is great. I know our players really look forward to playing at home and getting supported, and people showing their appreciation for all their hard work and what they've done to try to get to where they are right now. You know, their support is certainly appreciated by us and everybody in the organization. You know, we're going to be involved in this First and Gold awareness game for the 5th year. You know, this is an organization that raises money for curing kids' cancer, research, and treatment. They've, raised over $12 million since 2005, so we're really happy to be a part of that for the home opener.
Coach, we'll start the back of the season.
Coach, could you give us an update on Jerez Parks?
All right, that was Nick Saban with his opening comments. And if you missed our press conference, you can watch that on BamaInsider.com. That follow-up question was pertaining to Jerez Parks. Now, a lot of people had questioned what happened to Jerez Parks because Jerez Parks wasn't at the practice these last couple of days. A family relative did pass away from Jerez Parks' family, so he was in Florida to attend that event. He'll be back, believe it was on Thursday, so he should be back in town. Kyle Henderson, thanks for joining us on BamaInsider.com. I will get to the phone lines in just a few minutes. We'll open up the lines, and we'll get your calls. Wanted to kind of open up the show and talk about a couple different items pertaining to this weekend's matchup with Alabama. And the next aspect I wanted to talk about is Nick Saban's press conference and him talking about kind of a carryover and preparing for Arkansas State, a team that is going to throw the football quite a bit and a ton, and they really want to prepare for these teams who throw the football, because Nick Saban has mentioned many times that there's a great amount of quarterbacks in the SEC. So here's Nick Saban.
Early season opponents, how much do you do it with an eye towards the teams that you have to face later in the season?
Well, I think that if you play teams like this and they have carryover to other teams that you play, I think it's very helpful to the development of your team. Sometimes I think the thing you hate the most is when you play a team that has no carryover to what you're going to play against later on. So you spend a whole week in preparation and you spend a whole week practicing something that has, no long-term really benefit or value to the players. So, this team does do a lot of things that we'll see in the future in terms of, spreading the field, having 4 wideouts, run the ball, throw the ball, do a great job with the screen game and all that type of thing. So this is definitely a team that there'll be some carryover in the future as to what we have to play against. And they're in the top 5 in the country in plays running a game, so they're going to go fast, really, really fast. And that's something that's really hard to practice and something that we're going to need to do a better job of, the rest of the week, trying to get our players ready for it.
All right, that was Nick Saban talking about prep for Arkansas State. You can watch all our videos, and especially the Nick Saban videos on BamaInsider.com on our YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'll open the phone lines in just a few minutes, 205-686-3604. I got some cool graphics for us tonight to go through. Let me get those ready for you guys. And the first one is the AP and coaches poll, and I'll slide that over right now. Alabama ranked number 1 in both the AP and coaches poll. Let's talk about the coaches poll first. Alabama, Clemson, Georgia, Ohio State, Oklahoma. AP poll on the right, if you can see it. Alabama, Clemson, Georgia, Ohio State, and Wisconsin. So that's a look at the coaches poll and the AP poll. Wanted to also get, let's get this other graphic up for you guys right now. And I'm going to open the phone lines up in just a few minutes. So just give me just a few. So let's see. All right. The next one I wanted to bring up for you guys is Jalen Waddle. Here we go. All right, Jalen Waddle, if you guys missed it, he was SEC Freshman of the Week, which is pretty incredible. 146 total yards in his first game. And we'll talk about some player grades later on in the show. But his freshman season, opening game, SEC Player of the Week, pretty impressive. Everybody saw that punt return that he took to the house. Very electric. It was called back. Everybody saw the big catch that he made from Tua. Very electric player. Reminds me of Devin Hester in a sense, because he's just he's one of those players you hold your breath every time he gets the football. So Jalen Waddle, SEC Freshman of the Week, 146 total yards. Can't wait to see what he does the rest of the season. All right, I'm gonna open up the phone lines for you guys right now. You guys can call in. And let's talk some football. Let's talk some Alabama football. And 205-686-3604 is the line. Give me a call. Kyle Henderson wanting to talk Alabama football with you. Just a couple days away from Alabama taking on Arkansas State. In case you missed it, the line on this game, 36.5 for Alabama. And I think this Alabama team is going to score a ton of points this year. Already posting 51 points in that opener. We can look at some stats from that last game. The offense, my goodness, give me your comments in the comment box on this offense, because they were straight fire. All right, we got a call coming in. Here we go. All right. Good evening. It's Kyle Henderson. Who am I on the line with, and where you from? Okay, that was an interesting first call. All right, leadoff batter, strike one, 1 out. Let's go. Come on. Get your calls in, 205-686-3604. When you call in, make sure you turn your volume down on your computer if you're calling from wherever your computer is at. That way there's no echo. The offense, though, the Alabama offense, 68 plays, 519 yards. This is Mike Locksley's offense. Well, it's Alabama's offense, but Locksley did a fantastic job. And, it all starts with Tua. Tua did a phenomenal job leading Alabama to the end zone multiple times. 12 of 16 on the night. We got another call. Here we go. All right, good evening. It's Kyle Henderson. Who am I on the line with, and where are you from?
Mitch Fuller from Hawaii.
Oh, we got a Hawaii caller. I love it. I'm sure the weather out there is amazing, as I would suspect.
Absolutely, it's perfect.
All right, man. What you got? Go ahead.
No, just with Tua behind this offense now, they're unstoppable right now. You know, he's been doing this for a long time, and then finally getting a chance to do it on this level is amazing. It's amazing.
Hey, turn your computer down in the background.
How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, that should be better. Okay, so I mean, from what you saw in the opening game from Tua, was that pretty much what you expected? Were you expecting him to come to play at that level of play? Because what he did against Louisville was something that we really haven't seen at Alabama in quite some time. And he was on fire. He looked poised. Three in his odds to win the Heisman. Have you guys seen that? 3-1 favorite right now. I mean, were you surprised in any means to see him do his thing against Louisville?
It's like we've been watching him do this for a long time, and you know he's so poised. You know he's not high, he's not low. That's what he does, man. And you know it's gonna get better if you think this is just the beginning for you guys, and then you're gonna see some amazing things. You know, the more reps he gets, the more time he spends on the offense, the more timing they put together as far as the whole offensive squad. You're going to see some amazing things happen. And then everybody will win. The whole offense will win. You know, from the running back to the wide receivers. Look at the tight end. The tight end is part of this package. It's amazing to see Alabama, each and every position, you know, be able to shine like the way they are. And then they deserve it. This team is amazing. The program up there is outstanding, as the whole world knows. You know, so it's just great to see finally someone that can really, you know, lead this offense and be as devastating as it was the first week.
Yeah, I appreciate the call. We'll keep you on just for a few more minutes. Wanted to get your take on Talia, who's just next in line after Tua. You big on Talia as well?
Yeah, so I live in the town where right next to Tua, and actually Talia went to the high school that we live in, so the area that we live in. But yeah, I mean, it's in the bloodline, man. That's his upbringing. That's his parents. That's the people that they have around them. You know, that's who they are, and they put in the work. Trust me when I tell you, those two and many others from this island, they pull in a lot of work. You know, there's this fella out here. If I can, I want to shout out a fella named Kimo Luna. But yeah, that guy has so much love and so much compassion for the kids out here. He sort of runs this UFC gym out here, and then the off-season training that he's got these kids on, that you know, he puts them through is outstanding. It's second to none, bro. And they're reaping the rewards of all the hard work that they put in, and they deserve it. You know, from them to you know, guys like Vai out in SC. You know, just a whole bunch of kids. I can go on and on, but you know, shout out to Kimo Luna for putting in time and then spending quality time when you know the pads are not here and when everybody's taking a break in the sunshine. Those guys are putting in work. So, yeah.
Hey, man, thanks so much for the call. Please call in next time. We love our callers from Hawaii.
All right, brother. Ciao.
All right, 205-686-3604. Give me a call. Lines are open. Talking Alabama football as they prep for their next game against Arkansas State. This will be the home game at Bryant-Denny. And remember, if you are coming to the game, there are metal detectors right now outside of the stadium. So it might take a little bit longer to get into the gates of Bryant-Denny. Kickoff is scheduled for 2:35. Game is on ESPN. Kevin Brown will be the host, and Andre Ware will be the analyst. We got another call coming in. Here we go. Good evening. It's Kyle Henderson. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hey, what's up, man? This is Mecca. I'm from Utah.
Our West Coast callers in tonight, man. All right, you're on the show. Go ahead. Shoot. What you got?
Hey, man. Well, first of all, just starting off, shout out to Tua. That's the reason why I'm an Alabama fan now, because Tua Tagovailoa. Because a lot of us Samoan people out here in Utah, you know, we're naturally Utah fans, but now we're all like Alabama fans out here.
Yeah. What you think of that first touchdown that Tua throw that he threw against Louisville?
Man, you know, that first touchdown, the thing that kind of bugs me is a lot of people say that first touchdown was just like kind of like a wild throw, that there was no skill behind it. I was listening to Skip Bayless, him and Shannon Sharp, their Undisputed show in the morning, and he was just like, you know, this is the reason why Tua's not right for Alabama, is because Nick Saban doesn't like this kind of throws. And then he even reverted to the other throw that he did against Vanderbilt last year, where it was similar. He did that spin and just threw it down. But the thing, like, after watching a lot of his highlights and just, like, studying films on him, he's one of those passers that, like, processes everything in his mind, and at the same time, while he's dodging players, that's like, special. Like, a lot of people don't understand that there's a technique behind that, and they think it's just a wild throw. But to me, I look at it like he knew the defender had his back against, you know, the quarterback, so he didn't see anything, and so he knew that he had to perfectly time the pass at that perfect spot before, you know, once like a split second later, he would have gotten sacked. a split second before that, the defender could have probably turned around and swatted the ball. So it was like perfectly timed. That's how I look at it. Like a lot of his passes aren't just like throwing balls in the air and hoping that his receivers just going for it and stuff like that.
Hey, I appreciate the call. I'm originally from New Mexico, so I've been to Utah many times. It's a beautiful state, lovely state, lovely people.
Love Albuquerque, man. I'm a truck driver.
Hey, man, Albuquerque, I-40, I-25. I've been in Albuquerque for many years before I came out here. But let me ask you this. A lot of people don't seem to know that Tua is very mobile. I mean, he has great escapability, but I think once he gets out of the pocket, he's very dangerous as well. And I'm not sure a lot of people know about that, but he's
the thing. Like when he was in his Elite 11 camp, that kid, he was scrambling most of the time and throwing it right on the money. And even the coach, whoever the coach was that was running that Elite 11, said that he's never seen anything like that.
Trent Dilfer. Trent
Dilfer.
Yeah.
And, he compared his spin to the spin of Aaron Rodgers and put a little bit more energy behind that throw. And he said it was better than Aaron Rodgers' sophomore year in college.
Wow.
when you mix those two things together, that's unstoppable, man. The whole team's going to eat.
Hey, I got another call. Thanks for calling in, buddy.
Utah's going to eat, man.
All right. Thanks for calling in, buddy. Thank you, buddy.
All right, bro.
All right, you're on the line with Kyle Henderson, man. What's going on? What's your name? Where are you from?
This is Larry. I'm out in South Orange County, California,
man,
country.
Our West Coast callers. I love. Turn your computer down in the background so there's no echo.
Okay.
I spent a good amount of time out in Orange County. The Elite 11, if you remember, used to be out in kind of by the Laguna Beach area, and I'm happy to hear you call. But you're on the show, so go ahead. What you got?
Yeah, well, out here in Rancho Santa Margarita, we have a ton of kids in our small city attending the University of Alabama. A lot of them are from the Catholic High School here, Santa Margarita.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be surprised. So anyway, been a Bama fan. Grew up in Tuscaloosa all my life, and I remember Harry Gilmer. I'm pretty old. I was pretty young.
So let me ask you about this this offense so far. I mean, because everybody knows that Alabama has been built off running backs, and they're known as running back U, which they still have. I mean, we can talk about the running backs all day long. But from your perspective in this opening game, what were your impressions on the offense to open up against Louisville?
I thought it was superb for a first game. Really, really superb. I go back my freshman year with Mel Moore, and Mel and I remained friends until he died.
Wow.
And this is looks like potentially, you can't judge by the first game or even the second game. Right. Potentially, it looks like one of the best offenses ever at the University of Alabama. Potentially, it's there.
Yeah, the ingredients are there. I think from you look at the offensive line, they graded out very well. They're seasoned. The wide receivers very dangerous on the outside. We can talk about them in a little while. And those guys are young too. And then you have the arsenal of the running backs. And then with Tua now leading the quarterbacks, I mean, it's quite, it's very potent, and it's going to be interesting to see what they can do throughout the season. On the defensive side, you've seen a lot of Alabama football. Any concerns about the defense from what you saw early on? Do you still need? I mean,
I was concerned until the game, but it looks really solid. Very, very happy. It's a. I'll add one thing though. It's very much in my heart. I have such a feeling of thanks to Jalen Hurts for getting us there, and I'm sure Coach Saban feels the same way. It's really sad for him the way it's turned out, and for his parents. Can you imagine being his parents? Can you imagine being Jalen? But Coach Saban's going to do what helps us win, and that's the way it goes. Tua Tagovailoa, I'm very, very proud of the guy. I used to have a home on the island of Molokai in Hawaii. They even call me Kaima'aina. Yeah, which means long time on the island.
Molokai is a very small little place, yeah.
So anyway, Tua has the makings of being absolutely maybe the best quarterback ever. And don't tell Joe Namath because I was in school with him.
Hey, thank you so much for the call. I appreciate it. Have a good night.
Yeah, God bless.
All right, you too. 205-686-3604. All our West Coast callers. We got Hawaii, then we got Utah, then we got Cali. Wow, I love it. All right, 205-686-3604. Let me know. Oh, just like that. And this is 205, so we're back in Alabama. All right, turn your computer down. Turn your computer down so there's no echo. You're on the line with Kyle Henderson. What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Jamie Childs, man. I'm from Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Tuscaloosa, man. I love Tuscaloosa. You know, I've been here now for almost 2 years. I got all my spots to eat. I love living here, man. So you're on the show. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I want to talk about this game here, man. It was a good game. We made a lot of mistakes, little mistakes at that. I love Tua, but I'm also a Jalen fan. Like I said, as fans, we're putting a lot on Tua. I mean, he's good. He's a scrambler. He's a passer. But we can't forget about Jalen. You know, he took us 25-2. You know, he's sitting back, you know, like Nick Saban. He is a mastermind. Like, you know, he got Tua starting, but, you know, he's going to have Jalen come in there and clean it up. It never fails. So, as fans, we just have to keep going and keep pushing all our players and stay focused on the big picture. We're trying to dominate. You know, Tuscaloosa, we are a football compound. That's what we're known for, is to execute.
So, talking about Jalen Hurts, and I sincerely appreciate the call, what do you think is going to shake out with Jalen Hurts moving forward? I mean, because with the new NCAA rule, you can play 4 games, keep the red shirt. He's due to graduate at the end of this year. I mean, it's hard to talk hypotheticals, but I'm going to ask you one. What do you think goes down with Jalen Hurts, and how do you think Alabama uses him, if any, moving forward?
I mean, Alabama going to use him in the SEC games. That's the bottom line. I mean, he's going to be in. He's you know, they're gonna play him. And for one, he is he's going to the NFL. You might not go as quarterback, but he's going. So Nick looking at the fact, well, I don't want to get him out there and get him hurt because he's going to the NFL. I mean, he's a good fit, but Tua is a better fit for the offense. It's quicker, more accurate. He looks all down the field. If you know him in the pocket, he looks all down the field. He never looks away. But Jalen, he's going to be okay. We're going to use him. We're going to use him. I saw that in the game. When Nick pulled him back out, I saw that in the game. I knew then he was going to play.
Hey, I appreciate the call, man. Thanks for calling. Call in anytime, buddy.
All right, man.
205-686-3604. Kyle Henderson coming to you from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. First home game at Bryant-Denny, just a couple days away. Bunch of rain today in the Tuscaloosa area, but the weather should be fantastic for Saturday. Let's talk about this running game. We've talked pretty much about all offense, and we'll switch it up to defense later on in the show. But the running backs, I mean, so many mouths to be fed. So many dominant players in the backfield. Damian Harris, Josh Jacobs, Najee Harris, and Brian Robinson. The play of Joshua Jacobs, my goodness. I mean, look, he straight up looked like the best running back on the team. And I think that was, I mean, he just wanted to eat, right? He had, 6 carries, 45 yards, 1 touchdown. And he also had that kick return. I'm so glad that Jeff Banks came to Alabama. Puts Joshua Jacobs at kick return. Perfect. Makes perfect sense. Puts Jalen Waddell at punt returner. Makes perfect sense. And Josh Jacobs, I mean, he was on a tear against Louisville. And I'm happy for him because he's dealt with some injuries, and everybody knows how unfortunate those can be. I want to show you guys some interesting stats from the game. So I'm going to actually turn off the phone lines real quick. I'm going to show off the lines, but I'll turn the lines back on in just a few minutes. I want to show you guys these graphics. Okay, so these are graphics that are from Pro Football Focus, okay? And let me swap this out. Let's do this. Defensive grades. All right, and we'll stick with the offensive grades just so I can show you guys. We're going to turn the phone lines on back in just a few minutes. All right, these are the grades from Pro Football Focus. Tua Tagovailoa, look at that grade. 92.4, highest on the offense. No surprise, right? Jonah Williams checks in at a 90% as well, or 90% rather. Josh Casher had a good showing. Now, he only played in 18 plays, but still, it's graded pretty high. Irv Smith as well had a nice game, and the total number represents how many snaps they saw. So, I mean, a guy like Josh Casher being up there is good, but let's see how he does with, 40 snaps or so. Joshua Jacobs, as you saw, only played in 13 snaps, but was very productive, landing an 80% mark. Devontae Smith had a big night, 99 yards, 79.6 graded out, 50 total snaps. Jalen Waddle, 23 total snaps as a true freshman, 78%, as I mentioned earlier in the show. He was a freshman of the week in the SEC. Jedrick Wills saw 50 snaps, 78.7. I mean, he did great at the tackle position. Jerry Jeudy, 36 snaps, 77.7, catching 2 touchdowns. Scott Lashley, it's good to see him in there, 12 snaps. And then Lester Cotton as well. Nobody talks about Lester Cotton, but I think, he's a guy who does the dirty work. 52 total snaps, 75.4. Now, let me show you guys the defense. Let me bring that up for you guys real quick. All right. Here are the defensive grades. Deontay Thompson, no surprise, right? Almost had that second interception. Can the guy leap? I've been saying, how many times have I told you guys that he is the ball hawk? You guys have said it with me. Everybody knows. He's also the hardest hitter on the team. 94.2, that's the highest on the entire team. Quinnen Williams, my goodness, Quinnen. High motor, right? Really got after the quarterback, really got into the backfield, a lot of hurries, 35 total snaps, and 90%. That's pretty incredible. Johnny Dwight up there only saw 16 snaps, but graded out fairly well. Shaheem Carter had the interception for a touchdown. Mustika played in just five snaps, but pretty good grade at 73.8. Let's see how he does. He's a junior college transfer, Tavita Mustika. So we'll have to see more from him. Raekwon Davis, 49 snaps, 72.6. It's a great grade for a defensive end. Savion Smith, the junior college transfer, did well. I mean, a lot of people were asking about this Alabama secondary, and he did fantastic. 72.6. Trayvon Diggs on the other side of the corner position, 71.6. And Markel Benton, hey, that's a first-year player, as a redshirt freshman, 18 total snaps, 68.7. So I really wanted to show you guys that because it's pretty cool to see the Pro Football Focus stats. I'm going to open up the lines again. You guys can call in and take your calls as we continue the show. 205-686-3604. Hope you guys are having a good show, man. I'm feeling good. I was a little bit tired coming back from Orlando. It's just, those late games, they really get to you. Those 8 o'clock kickoffs, especially for the media. It's tough, man. All right, here we go. All right, good evening. It's Kyle Henderson. You're on the show. What's your name and where are you from?
Hey, this is Rob in Colorado.
Hey, what's up, Rob? Man, I'm glad to hear you call. We're getting all our West Coast callers in. I love it, man.
Yeah.
What you got, Rob? Shoot.
I'm over here at Smashburger right now waiting on my food, so I figured I'd go ahead and give you guys a call. It's a nice Colorado night.
Yeah.
What something that bugs you, man? Dude, that maybe you could tell me, because you know a lot about football. How did he not see Najee Harris? There wasn't anyone within 20 yards of him. How did he miss Najee Harris on that open touchdown pass?
Yeah, what's up, Rob? Well, thanks for the call, first of all. I mean, the thing with, with Jalen is I think, he came in and, the throws weren't there. And as Pro Football Focus, we just got the stats, and he only graded out at 68.2, something like that. Had a tough night. Also missed Jerry Jeudy, threw to Jerry Jeudy in the end zone. I believe it was a pass interference call. And it's what we've seen from Jalen in the past. He doesn't have what Tua has, and that's the ability to look downfield, to continue to go through your progression to hit receivers. It's plain as that. Now, I'm not saying that Jalen's a terrible quarterback. I've been a big advocate of Jalen. I think he's a very capable quarterback, and he's led this team when he's needed to. But what we're seeing from Tua is a completely different level. Tua, probably one of the better quarterbacks in college football, if not the best quarterback in college football.
Okay, one more question. Do you think Quinnen Williams, I think he's about 305. I don't think he's 289. I think about 305 pounds. Do you think he can be the man in the middle? You think he'll be better than Daron Payne?
Man, that's a tough one. Better than Deron Payne, no. But I think he's going to do his job for Alabama. Now, one thing that I saw with Quinnen Williams, graded out very high after the game, he has an ability to really get into the backfield because he has a great burst. He's very quick. Watch him against Arkansas State. He's going to cause issues. Now, Arkansas State's offensive line didn't grade out very well at all, and I think that's going to be the difference is Alabama's defensive line going against Arkansas State's offensive line. Mark it down. I think Alabama's going to have a field day on the backfield. Now, Arkansas State's quarterback, maybe he'll get it out a little bit quicker, but I think Quinnen Williams is very capable. Raekwon Davis on the outside, Isaiah Buggs on the other side. I think Quinnen Williams is totally going to hold it down. Better than Deron Payne, no, but I mean capable of doing work all season, absolutely.
Okay, thanks for taking my call. And enjoy the rest of the show.
Hey, Rob, calling again, man. Good to hear from you.
Okay.
Rob eating that smash burger. Smash burger, my goodness. All right, you can call into the show, 205-686-3604. Alabama will take on Arkansas State in just a couple of days. Alabama 1-0 in the season after a 51-14 victory. Now, if you want all the premium content, if you want all the exclusive content on a daily basis, head on over to BamaInsider.com. Look for that free 30-day trial. You can also email me anytime at Kyle@BamaInsider.com. If you are a business owner and you want to sponsor the show, you want to sponsor the call-in line, getting thousands of views, you can hit me up, Kyle@BamaInsider.com. Would love to get a show sponsor. That's kind of what we're aiming for. Kyle Anderson coming to you from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Alabama takes on Arkansas State at Bryant-Denny Stadium. The kickoff is set for Saturday, September 8th at 2:30 p.m. Game is on ESPN2. The line, Alabama, 36.5. Alabama last week beat Louisville 51-14. Arkansas State beat Southeast Missouri State 48-21. Alabama and Arkansas State have met 2 times. The last meeting coming in 2008 with Alabama winning 35-0. Home sweet home for Alabama. Alabama is 77-11-2 during home openers. Alabama is riding a 16-game winning streak during their first game opener at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Nick Saban as the head coach is 20-2 during home openers and is riding a 17-game winning streak. The Crimson Tide has won their last 33 out of 34 home games, with their last loss at home coming to Ole Miss in 2015. All right. Wanted to show you guys another cool graphic while we wait for another call. You guys can call in anytime, 205-686-3604. All right. Check the chat. You guys can also hit me up on the bottom of the chat, and I'll get with you guys. But I want to show you guys this cool stat. Let's see. All right, let's see. Give me 1 second. I do all this stuff on the fly by myself. Give me a second. All right, here we go. All right, what you guys are seeing right here is Tua's passing chart. Right, it's pretty cool. Let me bring it up on my screen so I can get a bit better view of it. Give me 1 second. So what you guys are looking at is Tua and where he threw the football. Just give me 1 second. I'm looking up on my screen. Okay, so outside left, 1 for 1, 25 yards. Down between the numbers, 1 for 1, 49 yards. 1 for 1 to the outside right, 32 yards. To the left side as well, 1 for 1, 26 yards. And you can kind of see, this gives you a good idea of where Tua was on the night. And let's see. He had that 1 touchdown right around that midsection window, which was the connection with Jerry Jeudy. And he had that touchdown to the outside left, also to Jerry Jeudy. So pretty cool graphic to display for you guys. I wanted to bring that to you guys, to your attention, just so you guys can kind of get a picture of what we see from Pro Football Focus. And we'll have a lot of stats coming. I also wanted to show you guys, I did this feature today, and it was breaking down the freshman grade. So if the stream is a little bit choppy when I take you guys to this next window, just let me know, and I'll try to figure out a solution for next time. All right, give me 1 second. So Alabama played 10 freshmen in this last game. The highest graded player was Jalen Waddle, and you guys will see that in just a minute. So I'm trying to swap out screens real quick. Give me 1 second. Oh, and Andrew Bone, our recruiting analyst, he just dropped a list of all the recruits who are going to be in Tuscaloosa this weekend. So go to BamaInsider.com, and it's for premium subscribers, so you can go and see who's going to be in town. Pretty good list. Let me line this up for you guys. Okay. This is grading Alabama's freshmen, right? So this information is from Pro Football Focus. Get this off. It's pretty cool. You guys are going to like this. All right. Stream okay for you guys? All right. Jalen Waddle, 23 snaps, a grade of 78.7. Excuse me. He was also the SEC Freshman of the Week. How about Ali Cahoe? Went by Brandon, now goes by Ali Cahoe. And I believe the pronunciation is Cahoe. 5 snaps, 68.4 grade. Josh Jobe saw 11 snaps. Defensive back, 65.4. Jalen Moody only played special teams. Cameron Latou played 1 snap, grade of 60%. Slade Bolden, 4 snaps. Skylar DeLong, he's the first new punter that Alabama has seen since J.K. Scott, who's with the Green Bay Packers now. 3 punts, 36.3 average. Patrick Surtain played a ton, 32 snaps. Surtain saw the most snaps out of any freshman on Alabama's team Saturday night against Louisville. Grade of, let's see, his tackle grade was 76.5, very high. And 23 of the plays that he was in, he had to go against coverage. Jerome Ford, running back, saw 2 snaps. And then Iyabi Anoma saw 9 snaps. He's a Rivals 5-star. I think you're going to see much more Iyabi Anoma coming up. Grade of 55.5. And 8 of those 9 plays, he rushed the quarterback. Pretty cool. So you can check out all that stuff on BamaInsider.com. Still taking your calls. 205-686-3604. And if you guys want to call in with the game prediction, we'll keep on the line for a few more minutes, and then I'll catch you guys back on BamaInsider.com. I think this has been a slamming show, by the way. So thanks for all the feedback. Thanks for all the comments. Really wanted to work on, I know you guys were annoyed because you guys would hear the ringtone when Nick Saban was when his presser was playing. So I've created a solution for that, and I always want to make sure that you guys have the best show out there to talk Alabama football. 205-686-3604 if you guys want to call in. Leave the lines open for just a few more minutes, and then I'll close it down, and I will catch you guys back at Bryant-Denny Stadium. And then I'll have another show on Sunday to recap Alabama and Arkansas State. The game will be at 2:30, as I mentioned, and then the show will be at 10:30 on Sunday, and that's Central Time. So if you guys are out on the West Coast or wherever you guys are, make sure you guys wake up, have your coffee, and call into the show. So looks like you guys are good in terms of calling in. So I appreciate the calls that we got tonight. You guys are a great crowd. I sincerely appreciate you guys subscribing and giving a thumbs up to our YouTube channel. As I always say, as I close out, be good people out there. And if you're a member of the United States military, past or present, we sincerely give you a civilian salute, and we are very appreciative of what you guys do for this great country, both men and women overseas. Please don't forget about them. And we really appreciate everything you guys bring to the table chat-wise. From Tuscaloosa, Alabama, this is the BamaInsider.com. Talk of Champions on YouTube. All our coverage back at BamaInsider.com. Have a wonderful night. I'll catch you guys all the time on BamaInsider.com, and I will see you Saturday from Bryant-Denny Stadium, and then another show on Sunday. Have a good night. We'll talk soon. See ya.